Love can be a beautiful thing, two souls connecting, drawn together by fate. But for some, love is a dangerous game, a twisted fantasy that ends in bloodshed. Tonight, we unravel the chilling story of Martha Beck, one half of the notorious Lonely Hearts Killers duo, a woman so consumed by love and obsession that she became an accomplice in a gruesome murder spree. She was a woman who yearned for romance, desperate to be loved, but instead, she found herself trapped in a nightmare of her own making. Alongside her lover, Raymond Fernandez, she lured lonely women into a web of deceit, passion, and death. But was Martha a victim of manipulation, or was she just as monstrous as the man she adored? The Lonely Hearts Killers left a trail of bodies across the United States, their twisted love story ending in a high-profile trial and a death sentence. But who was Martha Beck, and how did she become one of the most infamous female killers in American history? Let's go back to where it all began. Martha Jewel Beck was born on May 6, 1920, in Milton, Florida, a quiet southern town where she never quite fit in. From an early age, Martha's life was defined by rejection and humiliation. She was overweight, often bullied, and struggled to find acceptance in a world that seemed determined to push her aside. Martha's childhood was tragic. She claimed to have been sexually assaulted by her brother, a trauma that deeply affected her self-esteem. But she also had a vivid imagination and often escaped into the world of romance novels. It's not hard to see how she could become obsessed with the idea of love. Martha's physical appearance led to endless ridicule. She was heavier than other girls, and the torment she suffered left deep emotional scars. She withdrew into a fantasy world where love was grand and all-consuming. Books became her escape. She dreamt of being swept off her feet by a dashing lover, someone who would see past her weight and love her unconditionally. But reality was much harsher. As she grew older, Martha's longing for romance only intensified. She became a nurse, moved to California, and had a series of failed relationships. In 1944, she became pregnant out of wedlock, something considered scandalous at the time. She fled back to Florida, lied about being married, and even staged a fake telegram from her dead husband. But when the truth came out, the town ridiculed her. Humiliated and desperate, she turned to the world of Lonely Hearts ads. And that's when she met Raymond Fernandez. Raymond Fernandez was a smooth-talking con artist. A former merchant marine, he suffered a head injury that some claim altered his personality. He was charming, manipulative, and had one goal: luring lonely women into his web. Raymond used personal ads to prey on vulnerable women. He would seduce them, gain their trust, and then steal everything they had. But Martha was different. She wasn't just another victim, she became his partner in crime. Martha was instantly obsessed. She quit her job, abandoned her children, and moved in with Raymond. She didn't just accept his scams, she encouraged them. But Martha had one condition: she refused to share him with other women. So together they formed a new plan. They wouldn't just rob these women, they would eliminate them. Their first known victim was Jane Thompson. She had responded to one of Raymond's ads, hoping for love. Instead, she was drugged and murdered. Her body was later found in a trunk in Raymond's apartment. But the killing didn't stop there. From 1947 to 1949, Martha and Raymond traveled across the country, targeting women who had placed Lonely Hearts ads. What's chilling is that Martha played the role of a sister or caretaker. These women trusted her. They let their guard down because of her presence. And then, one by one, they disappeared. Their downfall came in 1949 when they targeted Delphine Downing and her 2-year-old daughter, Renelle. Delphine was suspicious. She caught on to their scheme. Fearing she would alert the police, Raymond shot her. But there was a problem: the baby. For 2 days, Renelle cried for her mother. And then Martha did the unthinkable. She drowned the child. The trial was sensational. The media painted Martha as the jealous, love-crazed monster, and Raymond as the cold-blooded manipulator. In 1951, both were sentenced to death. And on March 8, 1951, they were executed in the electric chair at Sing Sing prison. Some say Martha was just another pawn in Raymond's game. Others believe she was just as evil, if not worse. One thing is clear: she was willing to kill for love. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime documentaries. Until next time, Stay safe and be careful who you fall for.